Police officers often display an excessive eagerness for power, leading them to overstep boundaries. But what happens when they encounter people who refuse to overlook their behavior? Here are several instances where police officers ended their careers in just 1 second. Among entitled cops who ended their careers in 1 second, let's talk about a cop who approached a free independent journalist right outside the police station while he was filming. We all know how this goes. This journalist was just recording what he could see in public, but the cop insisted he had gotten a call about someone acting suspiciously. Even though the journalist explained that he was only filming what was in plain view, the cop wasn't having any of it. He demanded the journalist identify himself as part of an investigation into suspicious activity, claiming he needed to know who he was dealing with. But really, the journalist hadn't done anything wrong, so why did the cop need his ID? The journalist then asked the cop what crime he had supposedly committed. In a blunder caught on camera, the cop admitted there was no crime. Now that right there should have been the end of it because, you know, cops can only ask for your ID if they suspect you've broken a law.
For you? I called, said that they had a suspicious individual. That would be you.
Okay. I understand.
Look, brother, I'm just checking.
I got you.
So, what's going on?
Just out doing a little videotaping.
Videotaping of the front of the building.
Front of the building, anything I can see from the public areas.
Okay.
Tell you what, I'm doing a story.
Okay.
For possible publication. So.
Okay. On what?
Yeah, I can't reveal that information. You compromise it.
Okay. Let me see your ID, please.
I don't have any on me.
Okay. What's your name?
Have I done anything wrong, officer?
You have what you need to do is just identify yourself.
Have I done anything illegal or anything?
No. Right now, you're a suspicious person.
Okay. Am I detained?
Listen to me.
Am I being detained?
Listen to me.
Am I a detained officer?
For investigative purposes, yes.
Okay. So what crime do you expect me committing?
It's not a crime.
So there was no crime.
Listen to me. I don't know. Please keep your hand out of your pocket.
There's nothing in the pocket. Right there, I'm just resting.
I don't know that, so keep your hand out of your pocket.
My hand's not in it. My thumb is.
It wasn't. Your hand was in it.
I agree with you there.
Okay. So listen to me. I'm asking you to identify yourself because I don't know who I'm talking to right now.
There's no reason to identify.
Well, there is because I'm asking you
the state law, the state law, says I have to.
Okay. And what law is that?
The ID law. It says you can't be stopped in ID.
What law is that?
We're not the stop and ID. The stop and ID law.
What the stop and ID law?
Oklahoma's not part of it.
Something you learned on YouTube?
No, it's not something I learned on YouTube.
Okay.
Officer, I tell you this: am I detained?
Yes, sir, you are.
Under what crime have I committed?
I didn't ask you. I didn't say it was a crime,
sir. Then it's unlawful detainment.
It is not unlawful detainment for investigative purposes.
What are you investigating? What are you investigating?
What you're doing here?
Is that illegal?
Listen, buddy. I'm asking you.
Officer, am I detained?
Have a seat right over here on the curb.
I'm not going to sit down. I'm not a dog.
You're going to have a seat right over here on the curb.
I'm not a dog, officer.
I didn't say you were a dog.
Then why you come up to another man? He has to sit on the ground, or wet ground at that.
Then let's go inside and sit down.
I don't need to go inside.
Let's go over here where it's dry, and we can sit right over there on that bench and talk.
Well, I don't have nothing to say. I want to be on my way.
Hey, to headquarters, go send code 4, please.
Right. I'd like to be on my way. Right. Am I detained?
You are detained.
Well, what crime have I committed? Officer Reyes, and your badge number? 7. Thank you, officer. And you, officer?
Johnson, badge number 26.
Thank you, sir. Is there a reason you keep walking behind me?
Is there a reason why you keep turning around?
Yeah, I don't like another man behind me. That's, I mean...
I don't like you being in front of me.
Okay, can you stand beside me instead of behind me? Okay. Well, we'll keep doing circles.
Nothing says that I have to.
Okay. We'll just keep doing circles.
The journalist pointed this out, but the cop just dug himself in deeper by wrongly insisting no such law existed. According to the Constitution, everyone has the right to stay anonymous unless they're breaking the law. Cops should know this. They swear to uphold civil rights when they start their careers. But it looked like this cop's pride was hurt, and without any good reason, he decided to detain the journalist. And just like that, he made things worse for himself. Then, out of nowhere, another cop appeared and started lurking behind the journalist, maybe trying to intimidate him. Now, why would they do that? No one can say for sure, but it was definitely not the right way to handle the situation. Cops, as public servants, should act way more professionally than this. The only thing this cop did right was give his own name when the journalist asked him who he was.
So the other officer said I'm being detained. Can you articulate the reason I'm being detained here?
The other officer's the supervisor.
Okay.
Call, so.
Okay.
Once he finds out what he's trying to find out,
okay.
You're good to go.
All right. I don't see what the harm is. I mean, no one inside complained. I talked to a couple people. I'm sorry?
You are at a government building?
Yeah, the building I own. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure am. I mean, like I said, I talked to a few people inside, a few of the ladies. They were nice. They had no problem with it. They
also called us.
well, I understand that, and I understand you have to respond to your calls. Absolutely. I'm going to stand right here. Okay. Just not going to give it up, are you? You're going to be a star, buddy.
As if 3 cops messing up wasn't enough, they decided to call over their supervisor to keep the so-called investigation going. Meanwhile, they were just wasting taxpayer dollars and the time of this journalist talking about an investigation that didn't even need to happen. And the worst part? The rookie cop who first approached the journalist was convinced he'd done everything by the book. Instead, all he managed to do was make his department look bad on camera. There they were, all 3 cops, chatting amongst themselves and ignoring the journalist who was simply exercising his constitutional rights. And really, having 3 cops involved was 3 too many for someone just filming in public, don't you think? As time ticked by, it turned out their supervisor wasn't showing up. Maybe it dawned on these cops that they had actually detained a man illegally since he hadn't broken any laws. Eventually, one of the cops approached the journalist and told him he could go because, surprise, he hadn't broken any laws. Everything we already knew. Thanks, cop. Wasn't that exactly what the journalist had been saying from the start? What do you think made these cops suddenly realize their mistake? Maybe the supervisor gave them a quick reality check over the phone when they called him to come down. Whatever the case, it sure seemed like a moment of truth for them. A bit too late to save face, though.
So do you know of any crime I've committed?
What's that?
Do you know of any crime I've committed?
This time I don't.
Okay.
That supervisor doing his investigation.
Okay. Detained for an investigation for a lawful activity. Okay.
Cover that camera up. I don't want to get it.
It's all right. Am I still being detained, officer? Officer.
That's a yes.
Well, he needs to announce that. But since you announced it for him, I'll accept that. And guys, by the way, I've requested for his supervisor and have been denied.
What's that?
I was telling him I requested for y'all's supervisor, his supervisor, and was denied.
He's supervisor on shift right now.
But he said there was somebody higher up than him, is what he told me a while ago. It was here.
City right now.
Well, he told me they was here.
What's that?
He told me they were here. That's what he told me. I don't know. I mean, I can only go off what I was told. Three units, 3 cops for a constitutional protected activity. First officer, pretty aggressive. This officer right here has been pretty cordial. The other one's pretty aggressive. I appreciate that, by the way. Being cordial. Not showing up all aggressive and... I didn't think so. Not for a man with a camera. You know, I mean... By the way, hey, my name's Andrew.
Officer Johnson.
Nice to meet you.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So, as I said, you were being detained for
Yes, sir.
investigative reasons.
Okay.
All right? So, after speaking with everyone in here, you have not broken the law.
Okay.
Okay? This is why cooperation gets a lot further than just showing up and being obstinate for no reason.
I told you what I was doing and...
Being obstinate with it. So, anyway.
Okay.
So, right now, you're not under arrest because as of right now, you haven't broken the law.
Absolutely.
Okay? Have a good day.
So, am I free to go?
This time here, we've got a story about a female cop who got way too aggressive with a guy just because he was filming in public with his camera. Have you ever noticed how many cops seem to have a problem with people recording them? Seems to me like cops aren't too keen on people who know their civil rights because it means they can't just make up the rules as they go along and expect everyone to follow them without question. But let's dive back into this story. This female cop marched up to the guy and demanded to know what he was doing. It was pretty clear he was filming, right? Yet it bugged her a lot because he was filming police cars. Now, why should that bother her? Police cars in a public space are fair game for filming. She even asked for his ID, but when the guy asked why he needed to show it, her response was something else. She actually said he had to hand it over just because she said so. Talk about having an inflated sense of importance. She probably didn't even realize she was 86ing her own career with that attitude. When the man refused to give his ID, as you might expect, she lost her cool. It's like she was one of those cops who think their badge gives them unlimited power. That's why she called for backup. And would you believe she even started illegally searching him to see if he had a weapon? Now she's opened herself up for a lawsuit for battery.
I'm not touching down for weapons.
No, you're not. You can't touch me. You can't. I'm recording this.
What are you doing?
What was that?
What are you doing?
Nothing. What are you
Okay,
doing?
don't take pictures of our vehicles.
What do you
Where's your
mean?
idea?
What?
Where's your idea?
Why?
Because I said so.
Because you said so.
Yeah, because I said so. You're taking pictures of all. Yes. Where's your idea?
Where's your ID?
Where is your ID?
Where's your ID?
91. They used to be uncooperative.
You're funny.
I don't think it's funny.
Okay. Well, I think you're
Where's
funny.
your idea?
Where's your ID? That's your ID?
Yeah, it's my ID. Officer Ruiz. Yeah.
Cool. What's your
Where's your
badge
idea?
number? Where's your idea?
Do you see it?
I see a name tag. I don't see an ID. I want to see your address and everything.
Why? Is that where you're getting our information from?
You want to see
So
mine?
you can see it? Yeah, because you're taking pictures of government property right now.
Well,
You're
I
taking
didn't know
pictures of
that. I
personal
didn't
vehicles.
know that I couldn't do that.
You can't do that. Well, you're doing it right here, and then you're going on 2nd Street and taking pictures of vehicles that aren't leaving this area.
Where's 2nd Street?
Where you were just at, over there.
Well,
Where's
I
your
don't know.
idea?
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, I'm not touching down for weapons.
No,
Yes,
you're not.
yes, I
No,
am.
you're not. You
Yes, I
can't
am.
touch me. You can't. I'm recording this.
Recording too.
Nope, you can't touch me. Nope, I'm not putting my phone down. I'm allowed to record this.
Okay, well, I'll grab it from
You
your
can't.
bag. I don't care if you're recording, dude.
Now, when her colleague saw what was going on, he didn't come over to point out her mistake. Nope, he just joined in. Next time you wonder who taught cops that they can do whatever they want, remember this story, because clearly there's nobody around to tell them they're wrong. This female cop even tried to claim that the guy was on private property, which was totally not true. Realizing how silly she sounded, she quickly switched gears and claimed the guy was filming private property instead. But lady, here's that kicker we're all waiting for. Even if the guy caught a glimpse of private property through a gate while standing on the sidewalk, he was perfectly within his rights. How can cops who don't even know basic laws be expected to enforce them? It's pretty ironic, right? Yet these cops were so full of themselves that they refused to even identify themselves when asked. They've failed as public servants on so many levels, it's almost laughable. Seriously, they might want to think about switching careers. The situation just kept getting more ridiculous. The guy kept filming, standing his ground because he knew the law better than the cops did. All this over a guy with a camera on a public sidewalk. It shows you how some cops can escalate things out of nowhere.
Just grab me and pat me down. What's your name? Name of. You don't get to pat me down. What is this is public property? That's public property. What's your name? That's public property. It doesn't matter. Can I see through the gate, you ignorant? Learn the laws. It's people versus Garcia. You can't just grab people and pat me down. What's your name and badge number? Excuse me. Hey, what's your name and badge number? I need it for documentation. You have to give it to me. Name and badge number. Name and badge number. You guys can't just grab people and pat them down, you idiot. What's wrong with you? This is the Sirius PD just rolling up on people. Oh, this lady said she just seen me, but that's Sirius PD. Ladies and gentlemen, just grabbing me and pat me down, said I had no weapons, and then rolled off. Let me go, ripped my phone out of my hand, twisted the hell out of my shoulders. Hey, ugly bitch, what's your name and badge number? So this is Sirius PD in Sirius, California. They do not know the laws. I need your name and badge number too for documentation. Sirius PD, it was that fast. Right up on you. What's your name? Boom. They don't want to give it to you. We're going to pat you down for weapons. You can't pat people down unless you have reasonable suspicion they have a weapon. You in the law.
Do you know what a law enforcement authorized personnel zone is? Don't worry if you don't. It's not a real thing. That term was totally made up by a cop who didn't like seeing a man filming in front of the police station. After tossing around his made-up term, he then claimed that the man was standing behind some sign that supposedly marked an area off-limits to the public. Even though the man insisted he wasn't in any restricted area, the cops seemed to think his own word was the ultimate truth, automatically overriding what the man said. As the man stood firm on his civil rights, the cop shifted gears. He claimed he just wanted to make sure everything was okay and that no one was trying to break into cars. Right. Well, then you'd think, seeing that all was well, the cop would just leave, right? But no, he decided to stick around and try to identify the man. But of course, what else does he have to do? And what's more, this cop didn't seem to know that a person doesn't have to identify themselves if they haven't committed a crime, so he tried to frame it as obstructing the police. Clever. However, any sensible person knows that obstructing the police is a specific offense that didn't apply at all in this scenario.
Where are you coming from over there?
Over there?
Yeah, but you were in law enforcement authorized personnel zone.
No, I wasn't.
You just came out, did we?
I wasn't behind it.
Okay.
Okay.
Where were you over there, though?
I'm not going to tell you, but I wasn't past it. Why would I go past it? It doesn't make any
You
sense.
came walking up from over there.
Well, because I was in the corner.
Oh, okay, but
You want to walk over there and I'll show you? Because there's clearly a spot you can stand where it's on this side.
Yeah, I'll walk him over and talk to him, show you. Yeah, that'd be great, thank you.
Let's go. Why don't you come?
I'll get it in a minute once I talk to him. Only reason we're asking is we've had people over here before.
I've never done this.
Okay, well we're just asking, man. It's not.
I know, but it's when you can clearly see it, there's plenty of space to stand on this
You
side.
walked up this way?
No, I walked up right here.
No, that's what I'm saying. You walked up the hill, you mean?
No, I came right here. I walked in this way, and I stood right here.
So did you come from this way?
I'm not going to answer any questions, but I didn't cross this line.
I understand. We just want to know where.
Well, no, I know you're all right. He just seems like he really believes I was on this side of the line with zero anything pointing to that.
Okay. Yeah, we just want to know what's going on. You know, we've had break-ins in the vehicles here too, so that's why we're just asking. That's all.
No, I get that.
All
That's
right.
cool, but I'm not doing anything wrong. Nothing at all.
man.
Just this. Yeah.
Do you have any ID on you?
Oh, I'm not gonna give you any ID. I'm not. What would I give you ID for?
Well, you have to identify
No, I
yourself
don't. When do you have to identify yourself in Connecticut?
at all times.
No, you don't. That's great. This is not Nazi Germany. I'm done talking, so I'm not going to answer any more questions. After that, you killed it.
I'm not trying to
You
get
just
out.
killed it. You
I'm
just
not trying
killed
to
it.
get out of you. We just want to know what's
You
going
just
on.
said. You just told me that you don't even know the basic laws in Connecticut.
That's not true.
Yes,
If you fail to identify yourself,
We don't have a failure to identify statute. There's
it's
no.
interfering, man.
No, it's not.
Absolutely.
If you're committing a
You've got smart
crime.
computer, you can look it up.
If you're committing a crime.
I'm chilling, man. No. Just say,
Well, you got to train this guy, dude.
hey, listen.
Well, I know, but he doesn't even understand what it takes to get identification in Connecticut. He thinks you have to identify at all times. That's crazy.
Nope, like I said, we seen you walk out from behind the cars here, so we didn't
Yeah,
know what you were
but-
doing.
And I
So
said I
we're
didn't
just
pass
pulling
it.
We're pulling the footage just to make sure, man.
That's fine.
You're free to leave, like I said.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely not going to leave. I'm not done.
What's that?
I said I'm not done.
Okay, that's fine.
But-
All right. All right.
Are you going to...
Yeah, we got to talk.
You going to get him caught up on the statutes and stuff?
I'll talk to him.
'Cause you definitely don't.
Now here, I was over there. So.
Well, I got it, but you don't have to identify at all times. Thank you, bud. Can I get your names?
Sergeant Wolfberg.
Thank you.
Officer Keeney.
Thank you.
These cops then decided that they wanted to get rid of the guy, so they told him he was free to go. Well, if he was free to leave, he figured he was also free to stay, right? But this really annoyed the cops, and they decided to call for backup. A little scared, aren't they? The cop who showed up acted like the man was filming some sort of major crime. He asked the guy if he was with a news organization, but the man made it clear he wasn't going to answer any questions, citing his Fifth Amendment rights. Right after that, the cop asked him for his ID. Seriously, who teaches these cops that they can demand ID from people just because they don't like what they're doing? Another cop got involved, annoyed that the man was filming him, so he called for even more backup. Can you imagine? These dumbass cops thought it was necessary to call for backup twice just because a man was filming them. Didn't they have anything better to do? I mean, it's a camera, not a weapon.
What up? How are you?
What are you guys doing?
Taping.
Yeah. Taping?
Yep.
Checking out
What
the
exactly?
facility.
Everything.
Okay.
We like it.
Back here's private property. You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
Alright. We just got a call from dispatch. Trying to see what was going on.
That's it.
Okay. You guys do this, you guys part of something?
Right. I'm not gonna answer any questions, but just taping. That's it.
Okay. Alright. Water free. So you guys are just taping?
Yep.
That's all?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You guys have any ID on you by any chance?
I'm not giving up ID.
No?
No.
What's happening, gentlemen?
Hello.
What's going on?
Just checking it out.
Just checking it out. Your police station. Our police station.
You filming me?
I'm not gonna answer any questions, but
Excellent. What are you guys doing on the property?
I'm not gonna answer any questions.
You let them know you're out here with anyone?
No, no, no.
7-4, keep 7-4, keep it. 2 males here. Just checking out the police department. They said refusing to identify themselves or answer any questions. Just filming us. What's that?
No, this guy, I'm home.
Oh, okay.
My friend.
Can we help you guys with anything, or
No.
no?
Answer any questions for you?
Nope.
No.
Where are you guys headed?
I'm not gonna answer any questions.
Why not?
I don't have to,
You don't have to come check out a police department either.
but I can.
Certainly can.
That's the difference.
What are you walking back there for?
I didn't go back there.
Where'd you guys come from?
I'm not gonna answer any questions.
Just did.
What? You tried accusing me of something.
I didn't try and accuse you.
Yeah, you did.
What?
You just said I walked back there. Yes, you did.
You got the fire?
All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk anymore at all.
We're good, as long as they stay in the lot. You guys know you can't go back there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And on the other side, same thing? All right. Excellent.
Have a good day. Good evening.
We don't. That's directives. We don't do those. ID for what? ID these nuts.
These cops must have been really bored at work because they decided to pull over the first car they saw just for kicks. They stopped this man, and right away, one of the cops walked up and demanded he get out of the car for suspicious activity. That was about all the explanation he gave, which was pretty sketchy, right? The man, seeing the kind of cops he was dealing with, asked, smartly, for a supervisor. But the cop ignored this request and kept insisting he step out of the car. The cop probably thought he was showing off his power, but really, he was just proving that he wasn't sticking to the rules of his own job. As soon as the man got out of the car, the cops circled around him and started searching him. They claimed they needed to check if he had a weapon. First off, they didn't have any warrant or the right to just search someone like that. Secondly, even if the man had a gun, owning one isn't illegal under the Second Amendment. So what's their freaking point? Then one of the cops told the man to take his hands out of his pockets. The funny thing here is, his hands weren't even in his pockets. When he pointed this out, the cop just said yes, as if he'd given a command that made sense. So why the need for such an order?
Just tell me one more time why you're asking me to step out of the vehicle.
I believe you're a suspect in various thefts.
Various thefts.
Various thefts.
Okay.
Step out.
So I am just asking for a supervisor because you are a liar.
Okay.
You're a liar.
Okay.
You're telling me.
Step out.
Can you please bring a supervisor?
Yeah. Space this way for me. Okay. You don't have any weapons on you, right?
No, I do not. What is going on? I need an. I'm requesting Deputy Vargas. I am requesting a supervisor. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm requesting one ASAP. I don't have any weapons.
Listen. Have you been to the Apple store recently?
No.
Not at all.
No, not at all. No, not at all. What's your badge number, Whitaker?
Okay. I'm asking you questions right now.
Well, I'm asking you a question.
Okay, when you're done, okay, when we're done with this, I'll provide you all my information. Okay, I'm not denying you that at all. If you like to put your hands in your pockets, do you care if we pat you down? It'll make us feel a lot more comfortable. Until then, we want you to keep your hands out of your pocket.
My hands are out of my pocket.
I know, but
It's
most
a
of the
little-
time,
it's
people will just naturally put their hands back in their pocket.
and that's what I did.
So it'd make us feel comfortable if you let us
I
pat
do
you
not
down.
have any weapons. Deputy Whitaker, you know, you're going to get a big, fat complaint in your jacket. That's for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, you are.
All right.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
You're accusing me. You keep accusing me of crimes.
Come to the back of the car. You don't have to face that way. Just come to the back of the car. Okay?
I'm just trying to make you feel comfortable because you're a Nazi.
So-
You are a Nazi. You know that?
Yeah.
What did I do? Yeah, what did I do, Whitaker? Because I called Captain Chips and asked about you? Because I called Captain McCallick and asked about you? Is that what this is all about?
Do me a favor, turn that way.
Can you just bend it down a little bit? I'm a little vertically challenged. I just want to-
You're vertically challenged? Me? You want me to bend down?
Look that way for us.
Yeah.
Will you move your glasses and look that way?
Can you please bring a supervisor out here?
We will get to that.
No, if
Look
you,
that way.
no, you are being totally inappropriate. I am not guilty of anything. I wasn't even there. I got it all tracked on my phone where I've been all day long.
It's not today. It's been over the past few months.
No, it's not me, Whitaker.
Yeah.
It's not me, Detective Whitaker.
I'm not a detective.
Yeah, I know you're not.
Deputy.
Yeah, I know you're not. You suck.
Okay.
You suck.
You're entitled to that.
No, you do suck.
You're entitled to that.
I 100% am because I'm not a fucking thief.
Why are you so angry right now?
Because you're an asshole. That's why.
What am I doing?
Because
I'm
you're
asking
accusing.
you questions.
Yeah, you pulled me. You saw me over here.
Someone, okay, I'll tell you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're a liar,
Okay.
Whitaker. You're a liar.
Okay.
I'm trying to make a living over here doing stocks and crypto, and you keep interrupting me. That's why I'm pissed off. Do you mind?
Do you have any?
Do you mind? Have you called the supervisor yet?
Okay. Well, like I said, we'll get there.
Well, let's get there fast because I'm sick of it. Call the watch commander. I'm asking for the watch commander.
That's not how that
Ca-
works. So, where were you on
October
October 14th?
14th.
Yeah.
The man got really annoyed and started shouting at the cops, but they couldn't seem to grasp why he was upset. Maybe it had something to do with them threatening his privacy and trampling all over his civil rights for no good reason. It's a mystery why they would expect him to be all smiles and polite when they were giving him such a hard time over nothing. During this tense moment, one of the cops decided to tell the man that they were going to search his car next. That was the last straw for him. He definitely wasn't going to let that happen. He asked for a supervisor again, but this time, the cop twisted his request into something fishy, claiming the man was suspicious just because he wanted a supervisor involved. It seemed like these cops were ready to turn anything and everything into a suspicious situation if it helped them get their way. But the man wasn't backing down on his request. When he kept insisting, the cop questioned what a supervisor had to do with any of this. Well, the man was probably hoping that a supervisor, who actually knew the law better, would show up and handle things differently from these cops.
Do I have any? No, I don't.
Not at all.
No.
Okay. So if I search your car, you don't have to.
You're not going to search my car.
I'm not asking.
You're not searching my car.
Okay.
You're not searching my car. You do not have permission to search my car.
External hard drive.
No, I don't. No, I don't. And you do not have the right to. This is unbelievable what you guys are doing.
Okay. Keep your hands out of your pocket.
I'm sorry.
That's exactly why I wanted to pat you down.
Yeah. When are you going to get the supervisor out here?
Do you always wear that same watch?
How much have you had to drink last night?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much have you had to drink this week?
Is that
How much have you?
that always wear?
How much have you had to drink? Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, day after day after day after day after day after
So
day after
it
day
looks
after
like the
day.
Same one in the picture.
What's that?
So it's the same watch in the picture as well.
This is my watch. I bought it at Target,
Yeah.
dude.
Would you like to see the picture?
No, I don't care about the picture.
Okay. Well, I'll show you the picture, and I want you to tell me if you think that's you or not. Is that fair?
No, I'm not. No, not without a supervisor here. No.
What's a supervisor going to do?
A supervisor is going to get somebody out here who is not a Nazi like you, hopefully. Whitaker, this is getting ridiculous.
Okay.
I'm going to file a 1983 claim against you in federal court.
Okay.
Yeah, federal court. You know what, Whitaker? Hey, Whitaker. I don't know, dude. I'm always working on my stocks and crypto. That's what I'm working on. I'm trying to make a living.
You have external hard drive.
No, I do not. I already said that.
Okay. Do you care if we search?
Yes, I do. You're not searching my car.
Well, if you don't have them, then there's no reason. That's what I'm thinking about.
Well, I don't care what you're thinking about. That's not probable cause. That's not probable cause, Whitaker. Okay? So let's get a supervisor right here who knows the law. Who knows the law.
We are calling them.
Yeah, let's do it. I didn't do anything, Whitaker.
Okay. So
Do you have your camera rolling?
absolutely, always.
Well, do you have it blocked? How can you get?
No, I don't.
Well, that's what it looked like. Looks like you're blocking it.
I'm part of
Okay.
the case as well.
Good.
Okay, just like our
Good.
last incident where you thought that I wasn't recording, I was recording.
Yeah. Well, you're the, if anyone was instructing an investigation, it was you who took my camera away from me.
When you put it in my face.
No, I did not put it in your face. Yeah.
After you assaulted someone.
No.
Yes.
After I was.
If you're gonna give information out, like you're gonna post a picture, at least give all the information.
What are you
That's
talking
what we're
about?
there to
Post a
investigate.
picture?
No, pose a picture. Like you're gonna impose that I'm such a bad person.
You are a bad person. You are a bad person, Whitaker. Why are you stopping me? Why are you stopping me?
Huh?
Why are you
Because
stopping?
I believe you're a suspect in the recent theft.
Well, you're wrong.
Yeah,
You're wrong.
I am.
You're wrong.
Okay.
You're insane.
Okay.
You are insane. Okay, you know that? Have you ever had a mental? When's the last time you had a mental evaluation, Whitaker? Because you're insane.
Regularly.
I'm sorry.
I'm actually doing that regularly.
Well, you need another one.
Okay. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
This man even asked the cops why they were trying to snatch his camera, only to get told that he was making them look bad. But weren't they the ones looking all bad on their own? The man hadn't done a thing to provoke them. You'd think if the police really wanted to come off well on camera, they would have been more careful about how they acted right from the start. Despite thinking they were going to boost their egos, these cops only ended up damaging their careers because they bumped into someone who wasn't about to let any of their actions slide. He even pointed out to the cops that they had no right to stop him in the first place since he hadn't committed any crime. But of course, one cop insisted he was acting suspicious. What exactly made the man seem suspicious? The man was just driving. What is so suspicious about that? At the end of the day, all these accusations were just the cops' opinions, which really don't hold water in any official capacity. That's why they're called law enforcement, not the feelings enforcement. They're supposed to uphold laws based on facts, not just act on a hunch or personal feelings.
Okay. So like I explained,
Didn't you say the other day? No crime?
at that time during that investigation.
Yeah. Okay. So no crime. So you have no reason to stop me.
Okay. I do.
No, you don't.
Our suspect
No, you don't.
has-
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because you know what? You know what, Whitaker? Listen to me. If anybody needs to know where I am, I've made so many calls into the police station. They've got all my information. All they have to do is look it up. Hey, hey, Mr. Hamilton, can you please come in and talk to us about this and that? Can you please come and talk to us? You guys have all I have numerous phone calls. Why don't you go look at the logs? Just go look it up. Put my phone number in there. Are you done? Well, then hurry up and get the supervisor out here. Okay, good. We're not having another word until I have an attorney present. Okay? Did I just not say another word until your supervisor comes and an attorney is present? Okay.
What are you just gonna magically appear?
Well, let's get the supervisor first. Yeah, because I'm tired of this monkey business. Yeah, I'm tired of it. It's going in your jacket, bro. It's going in your jacket. That's right.
What's going in that jacket?
My complaints against you. Okay.
No.
Good. I hope you do. Do you know who you guys serve? The law-abiding public. You're servants of the public. The law-abiding public, yeah. That's me. What was I doing? What was I actually? Why is there not a detective on this case?
There is.
Who is it?
Yeah.
What's his name? What's his name?
Detective James.
Why didn't Detective James call me? Why didn't he call me over these alleged thefts? Why didn't he call me?
Because no one knows who you are.
Yeah, they do. I've talked to Captain Chips. I leave my phone unblocked. I leave the number unblocked when I call the police station.
Okay. We're not gonna just call people up like that.
Well, the detective will. He's not afraid of me.
Okay.
You think the detective's afraid of me? I'm sure he's not. Detective James or whatever, if he even exists. How much have you had to drink this week, officer?
You want to talk to him on the phone?
No, absolutely not. How much have you had to drink this week, officer?
Alcohol?
Yeah, alcohol. None? How much last week?
None, actually.
You don't drink at all?
Rarely.
Rarely, okay.
Rarely.
Have you done any cocaine or any...
No drugs.
No pot or anything? Well, I don't know that. I mean, I'm asking you on the record. I have no idea what your policies are. Because obviously, you don't... Harassing a law-abiding citizens is okay with you guys.
No.
What do you mean, no? Well, that's what you're doing. I mean, that is what you're doing.
That's what you think of.
No, that's what you are doing. That's what you are doing. I was trying to make a living over here.
I didn't know that.
Well, I told you guys 17 times. I'm telling you now. You're stopping me from making a living.
The stock market closes at 4:30.
Yeah, have you ever heard of crypto? It trades 24 hours a day, dude.
Oh, what do you have? I just sold all of my Dogecoin.
Dude, give me a break, dude. I'm trying to make a living over here. You are actually, yeah, I'm trying to trade.
What do you trade?
What difference does it make to you?
However, this cop just didn't know when to call it quits and kept making things worse for himself. He gave the man two choices, either accept a citation for shoplifting or be tracked down later. But how can you issue a shoplifting citation when the guy hadn't actually stolen anything? There was zero proof. The man, puzzled, asked what would happen if he didn't sign the citation, and the cop escalated things even further. He threatened that they'd come to his address with a warrant. Seriously, doesn't this cop know his job is supposed to be about calming things down, not stirring them up? What would you do if you were in this man's shoes? It's really unsettling to be painted as a criminal when you've done nothing wrong. Facing such an unreasonable situation, the man stood his ground, questioning the legitimacy of the cop's threats and the citation itself. It must have been frustrating dealing with a cop who seemed more interested in throwing his weight around than dealing with actual facts.
I believe you're the suspect in the thefts, okay? Based off of everything that I know about you, your physical features, and...
Where's the supervisor? Where's the supervisor?
Listen,
I bought this watch at Target.
I'm not saying that you stole that. You have very distinct features that stuck out in the video, okay? And I believe that you're the suspect in it. So you have two options. You can accept a citation for shoplifting, or you can say no.
What?
And it'll get submitted as a warrant deck, and you can get picked up later on with a warrant. So there's two options for you. It's your choice.
I want to talk to a watch commander now.
Okay, you have the right to do that, but right now I'm asking you, would you like a citation now, or would you like us to submit it to the district?
What is involved with a citation? I haven't done anything, deputy.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to arrest me?
No, so it's a citation. It's a citation. I'm not going to book you in jail, no. If that's what
But if I refuse to sign the citation?
If you're not willing to accept a citation right now, what will happen is that I'll basically write the report, and it's going to go to the district attorney's office, and the district attorney's office...
You do that. You
choose to put a warrant out, then
you do that.
And then at that time, you'll be taken to jail.
You do that. Yeah, you do that. Yeah, you do that. Goodbye.
We're not done yet. What is good phone number for you?
Go talk to your go look it up. Look up my name and go look it up yourself. I'm tired of doing your job for you, Blair. It's in the database. It is in the database. It's there. Because you know why? Do you want to know why? Because I have gotten calls when my car was parked and they had to they were doing the telephone polls. Guess who they called? They looked up my.
Is it 818-620-9333?
Good job. Wow, you can do some work. Good job, dog.
Is the 109 North Skyline Drive a good address for you?
No, you want to send me some mail or something?
Yeah, in case they send you...
P.O. Box, here you go, P.O. Box.
It's 7323?
Yeah, good job. Wow, you are a detective.
Yeah, no, I'm patrolling. You have that wrong again.
I'm being sarcastic, just like your friend, what's his name, Zamora. Oh, do you know about the Constitution of the State of California? Oh, no, I don't. Oh, you don't? Oh, yeah, of course I do. I'm being sarcastic.
Okay.
When this cop saw a man filming in public, he walked right up and tried to arrest him. The man was baffled, just as we all are, unsure what the cop was aiming to achieve. But the cop had a little trick planned. He pulled out a stack of papers and urged the man to read them, claiming they said the government lets cops punish people however and whenever they want. Now, you don't need to be a law expert to realize that's just not how things work. It's more likely those papers mentioned that cops can charge people if they've broken the law, which is a far cry from punishing at will. These papers, though, weren't even relevant to the place they were at. They were about some restaurant and cafes, not the building they were standing in front of. Now imagine that. The cop thought the man wouldn't notice such a glaring mistake.
Camera's on.
Because I'm documenting what I do, because people like to say things happened that didn't happen. And I'm not willing to go arrested because somebody made something up. Yeah, those cameras disappear all the time. Mine doesn't.
Do they?
Yeah, sure. That stuff disappears all the time.
How's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
Hey, I'm Sergeant Schmidt.
Sergeant Schmidt. Badge number 203?
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Rudy, give you guys any more information?
No.
No?
Nope.
All right. So, if you would like, I can give you all this delightful reading about how we can charge people if we want to, put out by the government.
Okay.
Put out by the governor. But there are statutes in place for just pandemics like this to give law enforcement officers the ability to charge.
To charge for what would be the charge?
If you would like to read all of this,
okay,
I'm willing to give it to you.
Sure, I would absolutely read it. Yeah. But just as, I mean, we're having a conversation here. Do you just want to tell me specifically what this, so there is, what charge for what? For not leaving for being in there without a mask? What exactly? I mean, I'll read the whole thing, but I'm not gonna be able to read the whole thing before you leave. So I'm just trying to have the conversation with you.
Are you guys gonna go a few more places before you head out of here today?
I don't know. Could be. Depending on what we have here in this paperwork, we'll see. Did she point it out to you?
No, I've read through all this before.
Okay.
All right. If you'd like to go read that statute, 35, 1, 240, little a, little I, double I. There you go.
Okay, so what it says is restaurants, food courts, cafes, coffee houses, bars, taverns, brew pubs, breweries, distilleries, whatever else. Special licensees, clubs, cigars, bars, and other places of accommodation offering food, beverages, or alcohol on or may provide services under the. It doesn't say anything about this building.
Look.
Just if you're just trying to like run me off, then just tell me that.
I'm not trying.
But don't come out and tell me there's something in here that's not in here.
If I wanted to run you off, I would have done it already.
No, I don't know about.
Then along came Sergeant Smith, who joined in and said that someone didn't want the man filming customers coming in and out of the building. But really, Sergeant Smith should have explained to the person that called that there's nothing they can do about it. It's a constitutional right to film in public. But no, Sergeant Smith didn't get it either. He threatened to arrest the man for trespassing. And just like that, he's ended his career in seconds. You love to see that. How can anyone be arrested for trespassing on public property? It's clearly a public space, and filming there isn't a crime.
About that, I challenge you on that, if you did.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, sure I do. You don't want to try to run me off without a lawful reason. That wouldn't be good either.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm well. You're having fun.
So no, and I'm really trying to have the conversation with you. I'm trying to get to the truth.
Look.
You just showed me something that you know is not.
Really?
No. Listen, no, you're not going to bamboozle me. You just tried to show me something. You just tried to show me something and convert it into something it's not, and it's all on video. So you can laugh and smile all you want.
Hey,
I'm just trying to find out what the law is.
Because you're trying to get someone's goat.
Nope, not at all.
That's why you're trying. Why do you got video cameras on?
Because I'm documenting what I do. Because people like to say things happen that didn't happen, and I'm not willing to go arrested because somebody made something up. Yeah, those cameras disappear all the time. Mine doesn't.
Do they?
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
That stuff disappears all the time.
How's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
Hey, I'm Sergeant Smith.
Sergeant Smith, badge number 203?
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
I talk with the charge nurse in public health.
Okay.
So I don't know if you were, but she wants you back away from the entryway because she doesn't want her customers harassed. I don't know if you were or not, but that's her exact word.
I'm not harassing anyone, and
This is for you.
yeah, and what you brought this out to me to show me where it says that I have to wear a mask in this building, and it doesn't say that.
Okay.
There is no order about wearing a mask in a public building. You know that as well as I do.
Yeah, I just went in. You
Right.
didn't see me with a mask
Okay,
on.
so
Right.
your officer Dowd here is trying to tell me that there is.
I never said that.
Yes, you did. It's all. This is why I'm taking video. You walked
they
out and
have
you
a-
said to me
they
that
have a
since
request?
October there is an order which gives you the right to charge people. Is exactly what you said to me, which is false information. Which is why I'm
Any
recording.
establishment-
So who's trying to get who riled up? Who's trying to look for a reaction?
you're getting
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
riled
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Any
Well, I don't
establish-
like being lied to, and I don't like being threatened with arrest when it's not
Hey,
lawful.
Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to you.
Any
Yeah,
establishment,
you're dismissed.
Look, any establishment that posts it, you have to honor it. or
Not when it's a public building, only if it's a private business, sir. I know the law very well.
You think?
You have no idea who I am and what I know, and I know the law very well.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be very respectful.
No, and I am too.
That is not a legally enforceable sign. And if I'm wrong, show me where it is legally enforceable, and I'll leave.
In Title 25, the same one for mental health, is where they get their authority. They're the ones that can actually put rules to.
It's not in here. This is.
read through that. How do you know?
You just showed me the
I
pertinent
showed you one
paragraph.
paragraphs out of 10 pages.
Right, and you told me that was the paragraph that was
Right.
pertinent to this situation, and it turned out not to be. What do you mean? It's all on video.
I know.
So you
I
can-
looked it up because I wanted to see what.
There is no requirement to wear a mask in this building, and the only way that I can be trespassed from a public place is if I commit a crime.
During his third shift, this cop decided to walk up to a man who was just sitting in his parked car in the parking lot. The cop started off by saying he just wanted to make sure everything was okay. The man was puzzled. Why would the cop think something was wrong in the first place? But it didn't take long for the cop to show his true intentions. He mentioned that most parking lots close at 10 p.m. as if that were some kind of hint. But this particular parking lot wasn't one of them, and there would have been signs posted if it was. So really, the man wasn't doing anything wrong or illegal that should have caught the cop's attention. I mean, since when is sitting in your car considered strange? However, the cop pushed it further and asked the man for his driver's license. Naturally, the man refused to hand it over since he hadn't broken any laws or done anything suspicious. You can only imagine how that bruised this cop's ego.
You tell me. What's going on?
Ball field's closed. I just like to do a circle. Just check and see if everything's okay.
Where's the sign with the hours? It says it's closed. Gate's open.
Generally, most parks close around 10 o'clock.
It's not posted.
No, it's general knowledge, but you got
It's a public park.
Right. You got your license on it?
I didn't do anything wrong.
You got your registration, your insurance on you.
Why do you need that?
To identify who you are. The park is closed.
Show me the sign that says it's closed. It says no dogs. It says no ATVs, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say closed. It doesn't say nobody after dark.
This officer really escalated things when he claimed there was a sign showing that the man was in a closed parking lot. But the man knew better and confidently told the cop to check the gate himself. There was no sign like he claimed. Caught off guard by the man's certainty, the cop quickly shifted gears. Now he claimed the parking lot was private and that the man would be arrested for trespassing. The man had to explain again that there was no sign indicating it was a private lot. He pointed out that if it was truly private, the cop's job should be to inform and warn him first. Only if he refused to leave or came back after being warned could he legitimately be arrested for trespassing. Isn't it baffling how hard it seems for some cops to get their facts straight before taking action? This whole situation could have been avoided if the cop had just done a little checking before making stupid accusations. The man was just sitting there, not causing any trouble. This here is pretty important for officers to know the details of the law they're enforcing, so they don't end up making baseless threats and looking like a total dumbass.
There's nothing on the gate. You go look. Go look. You go look. Am I free to leave? Why not? I haven't done anything wrong.
We have clarification. This is a private property, right? So this is owned by the St. Clair Ball Field. It's not a public park.
So this is owned by the St. Clair Ball Field.
All right.
So, are you here as part of the park? Because we get vandalism here. So that was my reason.
So you're accusing me of vandalism?
I am investigating you to make sure there's no vandalism.
Well, then you should go back there. There's no vandalism here.
I will.
There's no vandalism here. Your investigation is back there.
My investigation is with you back there.
Exactly.
Up to right here.
Do you suspect me of vandalizing anything?
Go check.
Well, go for it.
Had a good reason for being. If you're like, oh, Deputy Clark, no, I was just looking for a quiet place to chill. Like, nobody was here. I just wanted to relax. Okay, no problem. But instead, you wanted to, like, amp it up to 10 for no apparent.
I'm not amping anything up. I've done nothing wrong. You've informed me it's private. I'll leave.
It is private property.
Now I know.
Yes, it is owned by the St.
I assumed it was a city park. I'm wrong.
It is owned by the St. Clair Ball Field. So I'm no
All right.
here to complain if something is vandalized and they come to us and well, Deputy Clark, you said that you talked to somebody last night. Well, what were they doing there? See, if I don't ask these questions, I don't have answers for them.
Right.
So does that make sense?
It makes sense, yes.
So you understand why I'm stopping you then?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
But I've done nothing wrong.
Right, well, I'm
So
going to verify, make sure nothing's all busted up back there, then we'll be all set. You're free to go.
I'm set. You can't hold me for that.
I never said I was. That's why I said the third time now. You are free to go.
All right. Bye.
Imagine how some cops are so proud of their badges that they don't mind flexing their authority, even off duty, just to pump up their egos. Take this pair, a male and female cop, for instance. They had finished their shift and were heading home, but turned right back around to the police station when they spotted a man filming outside. They demanded his ID because they thought it was odd for someone to be recording a police building. But here's the thing. That building is in a public space, so anyone has the right to film there as much as they want, right? Just because the cops found it unusual doesn't make it illegal. The female officer even claimed they were just there to ensure the safety of their colleagues, though it's hard to see how a camera could pose any threat to them, isn't it?
I'm speaking to you.
Who are you, sorry?
I'm a police officer.
Are you?
You go?
Have you got your ID card?
Yeah.
Have you got your warrant number or anything?
You don't need my warrant number.
Well, I do, because you're engaging with me as a police officer, so I actually need to see who you are. Otherwise,
I've just shown you.
Well, no, because I didn't get a chance to actually see it and read it, did I?
Okay,
Then
so
can you
all I'm
announce who
asking
you are,
is,
please?
why are you filming? That's all I'm asking.
Well, can you announce who you are?
I'm a police officer.
Yeah, can you announce who you are?
Police
Can you
officer.
announce your warrant number, please?
202068.
Thank you. That wasn't difficult, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Alright, there we go. That's all you had to do.
So can you answer why you're filming this?
No, I don't answer questions like these.
Okay. Well, just to make you aware, this is a police building.
I'm aware of that, yeah. Thank you.
Alright, and you asked to keep implications. So sort of make them, I can stop you later.
They may do.
Okay? So what I'm asking you, alright? Because I've got my security to think of as well as other people.
Obviously, you can understand why we're obviously being alerted by you filming, because it's quite unusual behaviour to start filming a building that belongs to a police station, well, belongs to the police, as well as a police station there. So of course we need to check it out just in case there's any reason why you would be here, security breaches, that kind of thing. Do you understand that?
I disagree.
Well, we have to do it. We have to be mindful, obviously, of officer safety, staff safety, members of the public that may be coming in and out as well, and the police officer as well.
And your warrant number?
Yeah, 203441.
Have you got your warrant card with you?
Yes, I have, certainly.
Thank you. I appreciate it. See, that's professional. That's how it's done from the get-go. No need to be difficult about it, is it?
I showed you my warrant card.
Yeah, but you didn't announce who you were properly.
Yeah, you
I don't.
did.
Well, you do, because you're engaging with me as an officer. Sergeant Susan Marsh. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay. But can you understand why, obviously, we've come out of this building and you're there filming it? Of course, we're going to be going, well, why is this person filming the building? Is there any reason, etc.? The same as if you know,
Well,
it's a police building.
yeah,
the
for
police
everybody.
vehicles nearby.
I mean, it's no different than any other business. If I were filming any business, a business owner would want to know why. Of course it would.
Yes.
But that's all it is. There's no. I wouldn't say there's any greater risk to you than if I were filming what's like the Institute of Chinese
No, we
Medicine.
wouldn't be carrying out our duty.
Well, no, you don't. And
We
that's
would
fine.
be carrying out our duty if we didn't obviously approach somebody who was filming a
Yeah, of
building and
course.
say, is there any reason why you're filming? We obviously need to be aware if there's a security breach. We also need to make sure that officers are safe coming in and out of the building, as well as police staff and members of the public, and that's why we're asking.
I do understand
Yeah?
that you have a concern and you have every right to ask.
Yeah?
Absolutely, you do.
That's fine.
You know,
Are you willing to give your details
No
to
issues
us?
with that. Not really, no.
No?
But yeah, like, obviously no issue with you coming to ask. It's not a problem. And what I do have an issue with is when you come to me as a police officer and you're difficult about identifying who you are. That I do have an issue with. Like, yes, you gave me a warrant card. You flashed it. I don't have a chance to read that. That's I could carry one of those around, go around and flash it and say I'm a police officer. I could get a lot of Amazon, eBay, whatever one that looks alike. You have to identify properly. This is what happens with Wayne Cousins, isn't it? This is how these things escalate.
We're not
because
discuss
it's
that.
officers that I don't identify properly and go around flashing a badge saying
Sir,
I'm this, I'm that.
We're not going to discuss
it's not
that
safe
matter
for anybody,
any
is it?
further.
You're not. I didn't think you were safe when you're standing here.
Oh, there you go.
Filming, that's why we questioned you and asked you about it. Okay?
Well,
it's got nothing to do with Wayne Cousins.
Well,
I
I
showed
think
you my
it-
warrant
I think
number.
it-
You asked for warrant number later.
You flashed
Okay.
it, and I asked you to
Right.
let me read it.
So you're filming this building innocently then, are you?
Pardon?
You've got no...
I told you I
just filming
don't
it.
answer questions, please.
Okay.
A couple of rookie cops walked up to a guy who was snapping photos of a building in the city center. They started telling him he shouldn't be doing that because the building was highly insured. But really, if it was so insured, what's the fuss? If the folks who built it wanted it to be unseen, maybe they shouldn't have put it right in the middle of town where everyone walks by daily. One of the cops asked the man why he was taking pictures of the building, but when he replied simply because he could, the cop got all stern and told him he wasn't allowed to speak to him in that way. Tough capo.
Yeah, you alright?
Yeah, we've taken pictures of pal.
Anything I want?
Anything you want?
Yeah.
Well, talk to me about that then. What's going on? So what are you out here for today? Taking pictures for
Recreation.
Sorry?
Recreation.
Recreation. The reason we're stopping you, sir, is because of the location of where you are and the significance of the buildings around you. I'm sure you know what our building is there.
Well, yes.
Yeah, that's why we've been.
It's been on a movie, hasn't it?
Security. Yeah, of course it has.
Okay, so...
Right. So we're just curious as to what you're taking pictures of because of the sensitive.
Okay, well
location,
that
so.
then, yeah.
Okay. You're
That
taking pictures of the building,
yeah.
and for what purpose is that? Sorry.
For recreation.
Recreation. Do you have any ID on you? Anything like
I
that?
don't need ID, do I?
I'm not saying you do. I'm asking if you have.
No.
So I can take some details.
No, I
with you.
don't. No, I don't need to give me details, do I?
You don't need to give me details.
Do I? Am I obliged to give you details?
No, not at all.
Okay,
I'm
that's
asking
great
if you
then.
give me details.
Okay.
So
Not
how long have you
obliged.
been taking photos?
Since I was 15.
No, today. How long have you been
Oh,
here?
right. Why?
I'm just asking you questions, sir, to try and establish what you're doing.
Okay, well, we'd rather withhold that information, really. I'm not a criminal. I don't like being treated like a criminal, so...
I don't
keep
see
that to myself.
I don't see how I'm treating you like criminals, sir. I'm talking to you.
Three-armed police standing to me on blue lights.
Three-armed police. Sir, with all due respect, we've been called to location
Okay,
based
yeah.
on what you're doing
All right.
and the sensitivity of location. But I'm not talking to you like a criminal. I'm asking you to what you're doing.
Okay,
to
right.
some
Well,
facts.
then I don't want to disclose any information about myself.
No.
Or where I'm going or what I've been doing.
You don't want to disclose anything?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Well, we'll just sit here and watch it. So this is just a hobby then, sir?
Yeah.
Just a hobby. You go to around to a lot of key sites and take pictures?
Why?
That's just a question.
Well, I take photographs from a photographer.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's your job. That is your.
Can I ask you a question?
Not just a hobby. Like, okay,
Do you
yeah.
think this is a good place to have it in the middle of like a city that's got 10 million people?
I don't get paid to make them decisions,
Okay.
mate. You know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And then you put it on a film as well, and then you.
Well, we don't, do we? You know what I mean?
And then. But you know, also when you say we've had a call.
It makes you wonder when cops will realize that how people respond to them often reflects their own approach, not some inherent dislike for the police. Well, except for me. The other cop was calmer than his partner but seemed just as confused about the rules. He claimed that it's always suspicious when someone films or takes pictures of important buildings. But the real oddity here seems to be that these cops acted as if constitutional law didn't apply, even though they swore to protect it.
Yeah. I always think that you're perhaps feeding the paranoia by turning up when it's the guy with the camera.
What do you mean feeding the paranoia?
Well, if you were to say to them, well, what's the guy doing? And they said, well, he's photographing, and say, well, okay, there's no problem with that.
Well, what you need to, well, I'm sure you do understand. You don't seem like an idiot, but you seem like a very intelligent man, to be honest with you. Any key sites we're going to get called to, whether we have guns or not. It just so happens we're the closest unit that are here. We're literally there when it happens. But we're obviously here for public safety, aren't we, and things like that. So that's why we get called, just to make sure.
Safety and photography.
What's that?
Keep them
safety
safe
of public. But you know, we keep photographers safe as well, don't we? We keep everyone safe. That's it. We're not trying to be difficult with you. Just trying to establish. Cause if it's a keen hobby, it's a keen hobby. If it's a career, it's a career. Yeah. That's all we're trying to establish. We're not here to be a pain. We're just to do our job. So it's like this could be part of your job. Yeah. For instance, that's all. Why this particular building today then?
Why anywhere? Why anywhere? I don't get approached by police just at this building.
Right. Sir, we'll leave it to it.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll have a lovely day taking photographs. Are you moving on to anywhere else next?
I think I might, yeah.
Anywhere significant?
No.
Just in case we get called again.
Where are you based?
We're based at Charing Cross.
Okay, Charing Cross Police Station then.
Oh, is that, yeah, you'll pop up, yeah? Nice one. Alright, sir, take care of yourself.
Have a good day.
Enjoy the weather.
Don't shoot anybody.
Also, sir, I can imagine, as a keen taxpayer, I'm sure you are a taxpayer, we don't want to waste our time. I'm sure you don't want to waste our time. If you want to take pictures, you just got to understand, we'll get called to these places. It's what we do. We'd rather be dealing with people that are committing crimes. Personally, I don't believe you are. Yeah, I don't believe you've got any malice in it. But you never know. That's why we get called to check out. Yeah, we're not being difficult, mate. We're just. I understand. I know you don't want to waste our time. I know
I'm waiting for the day
you
when
probably haven't set up here for us to turn up and for us to sort of interact with you, have you?
I'm waiting for the day that when the police get called, they ask a few questions and say, well, if the guy's only taking photographs, he's not breaking any law. He's not suspicious because it's in your code of practice that taking photographs.
You're not breaking any laws, but any place of significance is going to be deemed suspicious, isn't it? Any place. So have a nice day.
And you, have a good day. See you now. Bye bye.